The lively seaside town of Hastings, like everywhere else in the UK, has been brought to a grinding halt by the latest national lockdown. Only essential businesses remain open. And being home to over 3,000 animals, the Blue Reef Aquarium is one such business. Although closed to the general public, the staff continue to care for the welfare of the animals. And today, they have exciting news.
Everybody here is going to be so excited. Great. Talk to you soon. Bye. Yes! We're going ahead with it. It's happening.
Amazing. I'll let them know.
I am happy because we've just had confirmation from head office that we can go ahead with our major construction work of our ocean tank, which is the largest and the most popular display that we have here in the Hastings Aquarium. So it's fantastic news. I mean, it's a massive, massive project. The zoo team are going to have their work cut out, certainly for the next 5 or 6 weeks.
The plan is to completely reconstruct and retheme the enormous ocean tank. It's a huge job, requiring specialist architects and teams of external contractors. Once complete, it will also be home to a very special, brand new mystery animal.
I can't tell you what it is, so don't keep asking me, because if I tell you, I'll have to shoot you.
The Blue Reef team will need to get the tank ready for the contractors, and news of the green light is spreading fast among the team.
Can't quite believe it. We've been hoping for this for quite a long time, so this is some really good news, but also kind of daunting at the same time. This is going to be really time crucial, I mean, in terms of getting the animals out, quarantining them, even draining the tank is going to take us days to do. We've got 133,000 litres of water to get rid of here, so we're going to be quite pushed for time. It's definitely going to be a challenge, but I'm looking forward to it. What we'll need to do to begin with is figure out how we're going to quarantine all of the animals in here. We've got hundreds of animals, over about 40 to 50 different species. They all have different requirements, they all need different space. We're then going to have to think about how we actually get these animals out of here. How do we catch them? How do we transport them? So feeling a little bit nervous, but mainly really super excited about all of this.
The decision is made to temporarily rehome all 400 animals in the cafe and restaurant areas. This has come as quite a shock to the new cafe and retail manager.
We are moving 2 big tanks in here to hold all the fish, and we're going to be looking after them in here, making sure they're nice and warm. Beautiful shop. All the toys have been packed up, and another pool is going in there for some of the larger fish. We're going to look after them, make sure nothing gets too damp while the fish are splashing about in the shop.
The aquarist team are also rolling up their sleeves and preparing the areas for their new fishy tenants.
So we're just using basically big commercial swimming pools that we can set up in here in this place that we've got. We can kind of fit our plumbing into them and stuff, so it should work fine hopefully. And when all the plumbing stuff arrives, we can plumb all the filters and heaters and stuff like that in and start getting set up. So the difficult parts are going to be getting all the animals out of the tank, so we've got to plan that and how we're going to do that. And then it's going to be stripping the tank out, stripping all the theming and all the substrate out of the tank. Is going to be hard work. The end result should be amazing. It should look stunning.
I don't think people realise just how much work is actually involved. We've got huge, great big pools, and around those pools, the aquarist team need to build big frames. So we've got loads of timber coming in. They need to be being cleaned and filtrated. So it's a massive undertaking, and it's going to need a lot of work. Time's really precious at the moment, so it's full steam ahead.
The team will need to remove the fish from the tank by hand, and Lauren is working on an ingenious idea to help the process along.
One of the things that will make it easier is for us to have a small holding pool. I've created a kind of holding pen, which is just here. I've made a kind of square frame with the net attached to it, Foamex boxes attached to the top to kind of try and make it a little bit more buoyant. We will be in the tank catching the fish. We'll then pop the fish in the holding pool, and then whoever's up at the top of the tank can remove them from the holding pool, and it just kind of minimises the stress for these animals as well. That's the main thing that we need to take into account here. So I have tested this out in our ray pool. At the moment it does float, but I don't know if things are going to be different when it goes into our ocean tank on Tuesday, so fingers crossed for the best.
With deadlines looming, the team quickly get to work, draining 130,000 litres from the ocean tank. They will need to empty the tank just enough so the aquarists can enter safely and begin fishing out the animals by hand. As always, the man in charge of making sure everything runs smoothly and efficiently is General Manager David.
Well, we're getting on all right. We are up against it, and in fact time is critical. We need to have the tank ready. We have teams of builders coming, so the longer we keep them on site, the more money it's going to cost the company. We cannot afford any time lapse at all.
With time running out fast, the team race to drain the ocean tank, prepare and fill the holding pools, and get those vital oxygenation and filtration systems working. But with the contractors on their way, the tricky process of moving the fish needs to begin tomorrow, and that can't be done without the pools being ready. They've done it. With only final touches left to do, the tanks are ready and waiting for their temporary guests. Now, the hard work can really begin.
It's definitely something different for us.
This is a disaster.
Got a puffer fish in there.